It is officially 2024, and boy, what a year was 2023. We're gonna unpack all of that. I'm gonna go through, I'm gonna talk about everything that happened in 2023 that I just felt like was really, really important. And then later tonight, me and Julie are actually going to be creating our 2024 vision boards, which I've actually never done a vision board before, now that I think about it. But I'm really excited to do one this year. Last year, I was just in such a awful place, and we're gonna get into all of that. So I'm so excited that I'm actually in a much better place this year, and I can look forward to the new year, because last year that was not the case. It was so bad, y'all. It was so bad. Right now I'm about to get ready and I'm gonna do my makeup, and we're gonna talk about everything that just went down in 2023 and just kind of like a little yearly recap, because I haven't done that before and I really wanted to just kind of do that this year. 2023 was honestly like a roller coaster again, just like 2022, which before I get into 2023, I do want to talk a little bit about 2022 because I feel like it kind of puts into perspective why the beginning of 2023 was so hard for me. So as you guys know, elephant in the room, something that I haven't really like discussed, and I won't really go into it too heavily, but I feel like plays such a big part in my 2023 beginning. But as you guys know, I was living in an apartment with my ex-boyfriend in 2021 to 2022, and I just abruptly moved out in August. It seemed kind of abrupt to you guys probably, but it was obviously not abrupt to me behind the scenes, but in a sense it kind of was. But anyways, moving back home was extremely hard for me. For months I didn't unpack any of my stuff. Honestly, I didn't unpack any of my stuff until I actually moved into this apartment. Very, very taxing on my mental health. I lost a lot of weight and it just continued to like decrease. I lost about 20 pounds throughout that, and I took a big social media break for a little bit because I just felt like my world was literally falling apart. I started traveling a lot and hanging out with friends a lot because I was just trying to not have to think about everything that was going on in my head, to be honest. Doing whatever I could to just like not be at home, because being at home was also extremely hard for me. I did not want to move back home in the first place, but I knew that just the state that I was in whenever I had to leave the apartment, I was not mentally well. Being at home didn't really necessarily make it any better. It gave me the space to just like think about myself, but I was kind of miserable being there, so I just was going out a lot and doing whatever I could to just get away from being at home. I think honestly just the space away from that situation helped me so much to kind of mentally detach. I don't know how to explain it, but like I was basically trying to fix a broken home behind the scenes as well, and that was like high, low, high, low, high, low. So it was like I was doing all of these things but then still trying to fix things, and it just wasn't working out for me. Then also at the end of 2022, I lost both of my grandparents. Actually, I lost 3 of my great-grandparents. I lost my great-grandpa on my mom's side, as well as I lost my great-grandma and my great-grandpa on my grandpa's side. Both my mom's side. It was my grandma's dad and then my grandpa's parents. So it was just a lot of losing family members, and then plus going through the holidays then without someone I imagined to be in my life for forever. It was very, very like eerie, just like such a weird feeling, and just not a good mental place for Savannah. Okay, like she was fucking going through it. But then we move into 2023. Honestly, I was in just such a shit place because of all of those things that had happened. Really didn't do much in January but celebrate my birthday, which was so much fun. Literally had one of the best birthdays I've ever had, but also there was a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes throughout my birthday as well. It was just a really good birthday and I'm very, very freaking grateful, but I was still dealing with so many emotions behind the scenes that nobody but the closest people to me really knew about, and not even them fully. Like starting to hibernate all of these feelings and like hiding the things that I was doing because I knew that they weren't really the best decisions for myself. But then moving into February, Adasia actually came down and we celebrated my birthday again. So Adasia, Jasmine, and Dwayne, we all celebrated my 21st birthday in February, and that was so much fun. Adasia literally set up this whole entire Airbnb for me. We went to dinner. It was literally like just such a humble, fun time, and I'm so grateful to her for like planning everything out because it was genuinely just so sweet of her. And y'all, she did all of that from Seattle. Like that's a real one. Like that's a real one. I feel like 2023 was also a huge year for me to nurture my friendships because I had just gone through a lot, and in turn I dumped a lot onto my friends and almost damaged almost every single one of my friendships because of everything that I had going on in my life. So I really made a big effort to nurture my friendships in 2023. Moving into into March, me and Dwayne made a little road trip down to San Antonio and we celebrated Jasmine's 25th birthday. That was such a fun trip, honestly, and just so like refreshing for the soul. I hadn't been to San Antonio in a while, so it was really, really nice to just see Jasmine and be back in her space. I just absolutely love being around her. Like, I'm so grateful that we met and we've continued to be friends. Now moving to April. So in April, we went out a lot, sis. Like, we went out a lot. Honestly, throughout this whole year, I went out a lot because, like I said, like, I was just basically navigating, like, really living for myself. Like, I was back at home. I could make my own decisions, really just, like, go out, do whatever I wanted. So I was going out a lot, just hanging out with friends whenever I could. Then I went back to San Antonio. So literally back-to-back months, I went back to San Antonio and I actually went to Fiesta with Jasmine, which was so much fun. I freaking loved Fiesta. I was there for a really short amount of time, but like I said, I love being around Jasmine, so I had the best time with her. We had one of the best Uber experiences I've ever had. I met one of you guys. Like, just was such a good short little trip that really just I needed so freaking badly. Then on top of that, I also went to Seattle to see Adasia, and that was also such a freaking fun trip, you guys. We had such a time, and I brought you guys along for that trip, so the vlog is up on my channel. But Seattle in April was also just like another trip that I really just needed to go on. I feel like my friends were just, honestly, like, they don't even understand how much they, oh, I don't even want to cry, but like, although my friends didn't fully know everything that was going on behind the scenes, I'm so grateful for them, and I'm just so grateful for them allowing me to like just spend time with them and be with them. Like, I genuinely love the friends that I have right now, and am just like forever grateful to the universe for like sending them my way. Now moving on to May. Starting off fucking strong, y'all. I saw my best friend win 3rd place in her very first Hooters pageant. I brought you guys along for that as well, but she was so nervous about it, y'all. She was so freaking nervous, but she did so good, and y'all know I'm gonna always be there to support her in literally anything and everything she does. I just love showing up for her and being there for her in those little moments. Then I went to the Magic Mike show, not once but twice. I actually got invited to go the first time, which is another thing I want to preface. Like, so many cool freaking opportunities happened to me last year that I'm just like, wow. Like, it feels like a little taste of like where I could really go and how far I could really push myself. So I got invited to the Magic Mike show, and then me and my mom actually went back with her friends at work, and that honestly, like, I think going back the second time was even better experience because I was there with my mom and her friends, and it was just so funny. I had to stop and press record, so if the settings changed, that's why. Then to finish off the month of May, I got hit by a fucking 18-wheeler. Like, what the fuck? Like, I still am like so baffled by that. I did not have a car, which leads me into June. Starting off super strong, we celebrated Pride Month, which was so much fun. We went to the Pride Festival. We also went to a concert, but that was like later in the month, I believe. I think before we went to LA, which I'll get into. But yeah, we celebrated Pride Month, which was so much fun. And then me and Dwayne went to LA, which, you guys, LA was just like such a whirlwind of emotions for me. I had wanted to go to LA for so long, but then I really just like, when we planned LA, I did not expect to be able to do the amount of things that we did. I was just kind of expecting to go create content, you know, just be in LA. And then we ended up being able to go to the Magic Links headquarters. We had a dinner with my manager. We met so many people. Just overall, like, it just really put into perspective kind of what I'm capable of in a sense. And like, it just felt so crazy to like be in LA. Like, it felt like all of my hard work had like really paid off, and it was just such a cool, almost life-changing experience for me, to be honest. And me and Dwayne just had the best time. Like, I don't know who else I would have like done that trip with, because it just was very fitting for me and him to like experience all of that together. No freaking wonder I was so freaking bright. My settings were like up. I was like, I know something's wrong. Then after we got back from LA, Jasmine actually came to Dallas, and we went out. We celebrated a little bit for Julia's birthday, so that was super fun. And then we celebrated Julia's 21st birthday. At the end of that, we went to the club. I surprised her at her house with like a little bottle service with my mom. Just so much fun. And again, I love celebrating her, so that was just core memory for me, truly. Now moving into July, I started off the month by going to my cousin's wedding. I caught the freaking bouquet at the wedding. Actually, low-key snatched it for my sister, but we're not gonna talk about it, which is actually funny because she actually originally caught it and now she's engaged. Okay, food for thought, food for thought. Then after that, Adeja actually flew into Dallas because we were going to be going on a girls trip. It was so much fun, like so therapeutic for the girls. I love freaking going on girls trips, and we're actually about to leave for one coming up, so stay tuned for that. I don't think I'm gonna actually vlog on YouTube, but I do think I'm gonna do a Patreon vlog or just make like TikTok reel content, so y'all stay tuned on my other socials. I'll have them linked down below. If you guys don't follow me, you totally should. But Adeja flew into Dallas and we went to Austin for our girls trip, which was so much fun. We went paddleboarding, we went out, we did a karaoke night. Girl, like we did a lot of things and it was so much fun. I'm sure all of them can say like it was just so therapeutic for us to just be around good girls. I feel like it is so crucial to have good girlfriends. Now you don't necessarily have to have a quantity of girlfriends, but having quality girlfriends is so fucking food for the soul, literally food for the soul. And that's what that trip was. Like it was just so much fun. I also went to see Shania Twain in concert, which was a really cool full circle moment for me because growing up, my aunt Nancy used to play Shania Twain all the time when we would like go to the lake house every summer or we would go to the beach every summer. She was always playing Shania Twain, so getting to see Shania in concert was just like a healing of my inner child. Then y'all, fucking Claudia came to Texas. Claudia literally came to Texas, y'all. I hadn't seen her in 5 freaking years and she came to Texas and we spent a month together. We had a little welcome party for her whenever she first got here. We went out a bunch. We even went to go see the new Barbie movie with the girls. Now moving into August, I celebrated my 5 years on YouTube. Let's just let that sink in a little bit. 5 fucking years on YouTube? Like I've been posting content for 5 years. It didn't even feel real. That 5-year anniversary video was just me like really recognizing all of the hard work that I had done and really just like appreciating myself for it. Again, I went out with Claudia a ton. We just had to give her that Texas experience. And then I got invited to 2 really cool things. I got invited to a like hotel resort for the day, so I took Claudia with me and that was a really cool experience. And then I also got invited to the Blue Beetle movie premiere or like pre-movie showing, so I took her to that as well. Then me and Claudia actually ended up getting matching tattoos. I got ESP for Spain and she got Texas for obviously Texas, so that was a really sweet moment as well. I applied to work at Hooters, which is something I had wanted to do for so long. Underlying reasons as to why I didn't do it, but I finally applied to Hooters and I was so freaking excited, you guys. Still to this day, I'm so excited about working there because it's just something that I wanted to do since I was a little girl. It might not necessarily be as glamorous as I thought it was when I was a little girl, but it's still really fun and I love it. And I sadly said goodbye to Claudia. I'm really hoping that I will be able to see her sometime next year or sometime this year. I would love to just see her again. I would love to go out to Spain because she's been to Texas now twice. I've never been out to Spain. I'd love to go just meet her family and see her friends and just see her kind of like life and just what it's like. So I definitely want to prioritize going to Spain. I actually think I'm gonna put that on my vision board because we're gonna make that happen. I also went to Snoop Dogg, which was such a last minute thing that happened, but such a cool fucking moment. Like I got to see Snoop Dogg and Wiz Khalifa in concert and that was one of the dopest concerts I've ever been to. Then we also got Archie, you guys. The fuck? Now he's 5 months old, but we got Archie in August. So I went with Dwayne to pick him up. He was just the cutest little puppy. Now he's a big little fucking turd, but that was still such a big moment for 2023. Moving into September, I got invited to go to another movie premiere or movie pre-showing, whatever you want to call it. It's not like those big LA movie premieres, but it was still before the movie's out, basically. I got invited to go see The Nun, which was super good as well. My sister got engaged. Like the fuck is life. I'm so excited for her, but y'all ever just have that moment where you're like, I was just in high school, you were just at college, and now you're engaged. You have a baby, you're engaged, you live with your fiance. Like that is just so crazy to me. Like it's just so crazy. So yeah, my sister got engaged and I took photos for that. Such a pure freaking moment. I'm so excited for their wedding. I absolutely love her fiance. Like genuinely is such a good, genuine guy, and I think he's just helped her grow in so many ways. So very, very grateful for my brother-in-law. Then Julia freaking made the 2024 Hooters calendar. Like that's my best friend. That's mine. That's my best friend. Going back to my sister getting engaged, we found her wedding dress. That was really fun, cool moment. We got to go shopping for her wedding dress, and it's just one of those things that you dream of as a little girl, and just getting to witness that for your sister is just such a precious moment. Now we have October, and October was yet again a roller coaster of emotions. Starting off the month, my nephew turned 3 years old, which is like one of those bittersweet freaking moments. So we celebrated his little 3rd birthday. He was the cutest little freaking dump truck driver. He's obsessed with like cars and trucks and things like that, especially like tractors. So his whole birthday was themed like dirt 33rd. Oh my god, you guys, before even celebrating Easton's birthday, let me re-fucking wind. I'm like skipping to my nephew because I just love him so much. But I actually got invited to 2 really fucking cool events that I never even thought I would ever have the opportunity to go to something like this, let alone have a seat at the motherfucking table. I got invited to go to a Dallas Cowboys VIP suite game, and I got to meet Maddie Westbrook. I got to meet some of the people from my management team. I got to meet people from the AdvoCare team, other creators, and that was like genuinely a really fucking cool moment for me. That was just the first really big influencer kind of thing that I had ever been to. I didn't even know like how to feel going to that, or like really just fully comprehend that I did deserve to be there, you know? Then the next day after the Dallas Cowboys game, I got invited to an influencer dinner, which was like through my management team and LTK. So that was really freaking cool. And I got to see like my name on the little card and just the setup. It was just like one of those moments that all these like influencers who like live in New York and LA like show you all the time on social media. But like when you're a creator from freaking Dallas or just a creator from like a small town, it just, those things feel so far out of touch for you. So the fact that like I was there, I had a seat at the table, again, just like one of those like imposter syndrome kind of moments for me where I was like, wow, like is this even real? But it was so cool nonetheless, and very freaking grateful that I was able to go to that. Towards the end of October, I lost my cat of 5 years, Paisley, which was really fucking hard on me again. Paisley was attacked by a stray animal and basically murdered. And horrific for me. Like literally my worst nightmare came to life that day. I will forever miss her. Like I wish she could be here with me today, but I know she's like an angel on my shoulder now and just watching me and supporting me and cheering me on. But I miss her dearly. Like I miss her so much. But then on a more positive note, moving into November, obviously you guys know that I moved into my apartment, which is where I am now. But I moved into my apartment. Me and Dwayne actually got a 2-bedroom apartment together. The whole moving process is up on my YouTube channel as well if you guys want to see that. That was just such an accomplishing moment for me. Like I really made that shit happen, and I wanted to move out within a year of moving back home anyways. It was a little bit more than a year, but still pretty much in a year's time frame, so I'm really proud of myself for that. I've been loving it here. Like I feel like I'm at so much more peace. I can relax. I feel like I'm actually coming home and like I'm comfortable. Just so many positive things came from moving out, so I'm very grateful to be here. And honestly, like shout out to you guys, because without my YouTube channel and the things that we have built together, I would not have probably been able to make this happen, not once but twice. So again, thank you so much. Like so much of my gratitude really does go to you guys. Obviously there's not really too much to say about December because you guys watched it all on Vlogmas. I'll have the Vlogmas playlist linked down below. If you guys didn't get a chance to watch Vlogmas, you definitely should. But I actually ended off the month with my sister's bachelorette party, which I am the maid of honor. Okay, so me and her bridesmaids planned her bachelorette party and we celebrated that out in Fredericksburg, Texas. So I include a few pictures from the trip. That is pretty much my 2023 wrapped up. I really just saw so much growth within myself throughout this year. The year just started on such a negative note and ended on such a positive note. At the beginning of the year, I was like, 2023 is gonna be about me. Like 2023 is for me. And I feel like it really was. Like although I was still navigating so many things behind the scenes, I grew so much as a person. I grew so much within my friendships. I grew so much within my life. I accomplished so many things. There was just so many positive things to be grateful for in 2023. And I think going back and really reflecting at your year just puts it all into perspective, because sometimes we just go through life and we don't look back and like look at like, oh my god, you did this, this, and this, until you really sit down like I'm doing right now and just look back at all of it. And I'm like, wow, I did so many things. Like I traveled so much. I went to so many cool events. I got so many cool PR packages. Like I nourished myself. I picked myself up out of a hole that was so deep. And again, although there were sad moments, the positive ones outweighed them so much. So yeah, that was 2023 for me in a nutshell. I'm just looking forward to this year and just finally really pushing myself to be the best version of myself. Like yes, 2023 was like a year of growth, but now I'm like in my own apartment. I can really just like prosper and focus on Savannah this year. Again, nurturing all the relationships and everything that I have in my life, but I also just want to grow so much as a woman. I really want to grow myself. I want to grow my career. year. I want to really push myself to do things that I'm scared of. I want to push myself to start new things and get out of this like comfortable space. I want to switch up the way that I'm editing. I want to switch up the way that I'm posting, the content that I'm making, finding the purpose in the content that I'm making, and just so many things. The list could go on. You know what I'm excited for? I'm excited to create this vision board so we can really just put 2024 into perspective and just put down everything that we want to accomplish this year. So let's head over to Julia's house and let's get these vision boards going.
Take me down the road that's a little bit windy. I think I got this little lie again. I'm in the mood to love every single part of me.
Let's go to Hobby Lobby. I didn't realize they literally close at 8, so I gotta hurry. Okay, so I low-key think that one might be really good to do because I could also use the push pins for it, but I even kind of like this one. I got my board, so now let's go to Julia's and then we're gonna go to Walgreens and print out all the pictures and start making our vision board. Oh, this is a nice Walgreens. I know, but these are nothing. It's nice. Oh, perfect. They have two. Oh, look, they even have things for it. Golden Eagle caramel. Get a medium hazelnut truffle mocha ice.
Okay, that's not fancy.
Thank you. You too. Thank you.
It's
been a minute.
I got the caramelizer. I got the hazelnut truffle mocha. Okay. Wait.
Cheers.
Oh, so good. You like it?
You don't like it? Bitch, I don't think you like caramel. Be fucking for real.
No, I do. I always hate caramel and I always like it. It's something about Dutch Bros coffee that just...
Do you want to try mine?
Try that shit. I think I just need to mix it up, maybe.
This was my first year to do a vision board, and honestly, me and Julia had the best time doing so. It was really therapeutic and relaxing and just a great way to manifest everything that we want to accomplish this year. I wanted to kind of cover a few things that I put on my vision board as I didn't really talk about it in the video, but a few of those things were just attracting opportunity, being consistent with my social media. I put brand trips and gifting suites on my vision board because those are things that I would really love to achieve this year. I even went to the extent of photoshopping my TikTok and my Instagram to growth that I would love to see this year. I put a podcast picture on my vision board because that's something I would love to create. I just feel like I have a lot of things to share, and a lot of you guys ask me questions all the time, and I feel like that would be a great place for me to just have one-on-one talks with you guys. I put in a 1 million subscriber plaque on my board because that is something that I'm always striving for. Taking care of myself by eating healthy, fueling my body, going to the gym, working out my mind by reading, and being disciplined within my self-love and self-care. I also put a few traveling things like going to Madrid. I even put Airbnb on there because that is something that I've talked about a few times and something that I really do want to start working towards and not letting my fear get in the way of that. But overall, a vision board is everything that caters to you and what you want for your next year. Can't wait to make this a tradition to do every year. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video and following me along, listening to my 2023 recap. I love you girlies so much, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye, guys.